them. So from day 8, give them coccidiosis via what? Drinking water. Make sure it's chlorine-free drinking water. That means it's not sachet water, because most of the sachet water is chlorinated. So give them chlorine. You're welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to look at how you can maximize profit in broiler business or poultry business entirely. Now, one of the things that scare people away from this business is the mortality rate. People are afraid of the death rate of birds because the tender stage, when they are day old and very tender, they are very difficult to handle. But if you follow these tips, these medical tips I'm going to share with you, it will help you and you will not lose your birds. I assure you, I give you 99% guarantee that your birds will not die and you are going to sell and make profit. I'm going to share with you step-by-step medication that you should follow every week. Dates that you should give their medication that will help them, to stay strong and healthy till when you release them, when you sell them or slaughter them. I assure you. Now, let me share with you my experience in this business. The first time I stepped into this business, I had no knowledge. I just bought 50 birds and then I lose 31 birds. I tell you, I lose 31 birds. I managed to sell the few ones that are the 19 that were remaining. I was not discouraged at all. I decided to buy 100. So, but before I bought the 100, I went to a veterinary doctor that showed me the way, that was so free and open to me. And then he showed me and gave me a manual on how to follow the medication. And so that second time I sold, out of the 100 I bought, I sold 98. That is, only 2 died. And those 2 died because of my still my carelessness and mistakes. And so, the third year, the same thing. And so from that time, I have not been, I no longer experience all those mortality in my farm. The death rate was terminated. And when I buy, I have the confidence that my birds will not die. And then, I'm ready to invest any amount, because I have seen the secret, and it's that same secret I'm going to share with you in this video. So stick to the end of this video and you will not regret it. Now, the only thing you will do for me is to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video to your friends so that they will also benefit. Share it to other farmers so that they will also benefit. Now, having said that, let's go to the board. Now, if you follow this medication, I assure you that you are not going to lose your birds. Now, let's look at it. From this part of the body, you can see the number of weeks. That is how old your bird is. The number of weeks that your bird might have. And then we look at it. Here are the number of days. And then we have the medication and the route. That is how you will administer your drugs, whether through feeds or through water. Now, let's look at it. Week 1. This is week 1 from day 2. Listen carefully, from day 2 to day 6. Now, before you bring your birds, to your farm, the first thing you should do is to spread the wood shavings and put heat. You have that heat should be there for at least 2 hours before you bring the birds. The pen should be warm for 2 hours before you bring the birds, at least 2 hours before arrival. Now, when you bring the birds, as soon as the bird gets to the farm, the first thing you should give is not just feed. No, don't just put food and give it to them. What they need is water and glucose. And so, put water in their drinking pools and put glucose in it. That way, they will quickly be revived, because they might have been stressed from where you bought the birds to your farm. They might have gone through stress, and so that water and glucose will give them strength quickly, will restore. Mind you, you don't need to buy pure water or sachet water, because it's chlorine water and it has side effects on birds. So avoid using pure water. I just finished day 1. When you bring the birds, let the place be warm, give them glucose and clean water for them to drink, and then feed them. When you feed them, allow the place to be warm, and they will locate their feet and start eating. And then the second day, give them multivitamin, and then start giving them antibiotics for 5 days. Give them give them antibiotics for 5 days. Now, I'm not advertising any product, so I will not give you any particular antibiotics. Go to any of the veterinary doctors or those the veterinary stores. You will have a good antibiotics. So get your multivitamin and antibiotics and give them via drinking water. Now, day 2, let's look at week 2 rather. Week 2, you can see for day 8, you have to give them coccidiosis vaccine. You don't need to wait until they are attacked. This is where people make mistake. You wait until they are sick. No, you have to vaccinate them. So from day 8, give them coccidiosis via what? Drinking water. Make sure it's chlorine-free drinking water. That means it's not sachet water, because most of the sachet water is chlorinated. So give them chlorine-free via chlorine-free drinking water. Now, from day 10, listen, still on week 2, from day 10 to 14, between day 10 and 14, give them Gumboro first dose. Your veterinary doctor will tell you what to do. Know the quantity, the dose you should give according to the number of birds. You still give them via drinking water, and it's chlorine free. Now let's look at week 3. Week 3, we have NDV Lasota. First dose, chlorine-free drinking water. And then after 4 hours, you give them multivitamin. When you give them this medication, after 4 hours, give them multivitamin. The 3rd week, your birds are, the rate of feeding in your farm has increased. The birds are eating more, and so at this point, the 3rd week, which is between the 21st day onward, you should change the wood shavings, clean up the farm. That way, the place will not be contaminated, the farm will not be contaminated, the place will be clean, and it will not be possible. It will not be just possible for them to contact any disease. And so clean up the farm before you continue your medication. Now, I don't want this video to be too lengthy, so I cannot give you up to week 10 or week 20 or week 21 the medication and how you should go about it. And so I prepared this for anybody who wish to have it. You can contact me and I will send it to you. This paper will cover your medication and whatever you are supposed to do for at least 21 weeks. That means if you are into cockerel, broilers, or layers, you can still use it and it will help you a lot. I assure you, I give you that assurance, and you will not regret it. Now, one thing I want to let you know is that don't just call me and start asking me all the questions you have concerning your poultry. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on that notification bell. Don't forget to like this video, drop your comments, share this video to your friends. See you in our next video. Bye bye.